Welcome everyone, we'll get started in just a minute. Awesome. Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming. I know we have a few board members who had some personal issues, so we aren't expecting a full attendance today. However, we are expecting all board members to watch the video and opine on the meeting notes. So we'll go ahead and get started. Do the slideshow. All right, great. So welcome to our official BetterPlanet quarterly board meeting today on April 7th, 2024. Our agenda today will be to walk through the company mission and vision, our company strategy, some milestones we've accomplished, some reports that we have, any action items we're taking forward, and then I'll display out the appendix for folks to look at later. I've also included a link to this deck in the board members page on our website. So our company mission and vision 2024. We provide purpose-driven digital products that create thought leadership by shifting global focus to topics with purpose, aligning with our 9 pillars as alternatives to doomsday scrolling, hate speech, and corporate sentient monetization. Based on our last mind mapping, our 2024 company pillars are world peace, health and wellness, food security, human dignity, innovation, free education, spiritual growth, and the environment. Our company's strategy is we will be using digital entertainment like social media posts, podcasts, documentaries, movies, commercials, advertisements, billboards, and other campaigns, products, blogs, white papers, books, articles, events, and more. We provide entertainment with purpose. We want to change what we're all thinking about every day. We give 100% of sales profits to charity while also providing free digital health and wellness products, education, cutting-edge engineering, product education, and free certifications for professional development. We use our hackathons to create ideas. So once we have the missions in place, we already have invited the most creative and innovative engineers, product leaders, designers, marketing and brand professionals, trainers, educators, social media influencers, artists, movie producers, documentary filmmakers, podcasters, and others interested in making the planet better to join our hackathon. We came up with ideas, and this year the team was moving towards the gratitude journal from the last hackathon. We used that hackathon as well to align different ideas to our strategy. So aligning strategies to ideas. We look at then our pillars, starting in the lower left. You can see payment equity coming around through innovation, and we work through ideas on this ideas board. Think of this D as an S. The outcome for 2024 was our outcome-based roadmap. So we, as part of that roadmap, we'd like to accomplish these 4 things. We'd like to show demonstration of our support for human dignity through our Pride Parade float. So we're super excited to be in the San Diego Pride Parade this July. We are going to demonstrate action to deliver more mission-based digital entertainment. We also are going to demonstrate action towards increasing innovation through the Agile Certification paid membership program. And we'd also like to see our product line in brick and mortar marketplaces like Nordstrom, Saks Fifth Avenue, Neiman Marcus, and alike. Thinking about our outcome-based roadmap in a now near future, you can kind of think of it in these buckets. So for now, we're working to automate social media posts. This has been something that I've been using the new Facebook Meta Business Manager to do. I'm also expanding this into our AI support. We've been having some technical challenges where we've been enjoying to understand more about what AI can do to help us post our social media posts. However, we still want to maintain thought leadership there. So we're working in that space now. We're also automating our blogs, which we have been able to do a month out at a time. So working there to automate the blogs to continue that momentum. In the near future, we are going to start our parade float committee. So anyone local to San Diego would love to see you join the float that day. If you're not local and you'd like to travel in, we'd also love to have you there. We plan to have those committee meetings starting on the 15th of this month. So looking forward to anybody who's interested to join our committee meetings while we determine how we want to plan our float, what we want to say, how we want to ramp up the excitement around BetterPlanet, right? We'll have tchotchkes to throw out. We'll have rainbow flags, and we're excited. We're also working on a gratitude course for nuns to be able to use as part of their giving back campaigns. So more to come there. In the future, we also have done the groundwork for an Agile certification. We actually have the free version available now, so people can read how we work through our blog or through our published book, and then take a certification that will be printable. So the future of this is a paid version that's printable, but today it is working as a free product now for people to take advantage of that free learning. And again, we mentioned in the future brick and mortar sales of our product line. So excited to see more of that. And something that's not mentioned here, but I would like to add it, is definitely we are still adding more free education every day. So that should be in the now category, probably, and the near and the future. I'd like to take a minute and look at our Q1 2024 milestones. So we've had some top sellers. I can see Karen on the line. Karen is our digital leader of all design and art. We're so excited to have our director of design on with us. She designed our very special logo here that you can see, the BetterPlanet Co-op, which is something that is on all of our items. And the items that we're looking to bring into brick and mortar, we're expecting that logo to always be embroidered. So that's one of our upsell pieces, is embroidering our logo. And we plan to do that in the line that we bring to the department stores. Another one of our milestones is we've increased the number of charities that you can select at checkout. The nonprofit responsibility has been added as a trusted charity available at checkout. Our favorite professor, Wonder Professor, who offers free finance classes on our site and across the globe, was friends with the founder of this organization, David Lynch, and knew the free education he was giving these sweet children was making the planet better. And BetterPlanet Co-op has chosen to support his lifelong work. We've also reached out recently. We've spoken to the charity's director. Everything is continuing as expected there, and they are ready to process any charitable donations that we select and send to them. So thanks again to Wonder Professor for offering the free training that we can link to. Frank offers that free training to everyone, not just customers of BetterPlanet. So we really appreciate what Frank is doing for the world. And we appreciate someone that he cares so much about, which is David Lynch, and what David's doing for children. So
thank you, Nicole. That's really sweet of you. David sadly passed away a year ago in January. But as you said, the executive director, Araceli Moreno, is taking the helm, and she's been with him for many years. So she's doing a great job. Thank you so much. This is very kind.
Of course. Thank you, Frank. Another milestone towards encouraging innovation, on January 7th, we were able to publish the way we work together, which is called the Agile Product Creative Growth Method. We believe in fitting innovation inside the box. We feel like that can happen at startups, at big companies. We think that can happen everywhere. It's happening here. So go check it out. You can also read the entire book on our blog for free. And you can also obtain a free certification, which you can share with your employers as part of your professional development, that you're able to develop products this way. So we're excited to develop products this way. In addition, we have added 2024 blogs for each mission pillar. So because it's important to us to change the narrative, we need to be the ones walking that walk. So anyone who comes to BetterPlanet will be able to read our blog and how we are embracing a holistic approach to health and wellness. They'll be able to see spiritual growth events that are free in 2024, in addition to lots of other awesome things from our mission. Missions are 7 pillars, or actually 9 pillars. You can see we have human rights, peace, food security, so important. Anyways, we look forward to people checking this out. Additionally, we have been adding more entertainment with purpose. We've seen people picking a channel. We've seen people clicking the remote to enjoy nature, to see our newest podcasts. We've also seen a lot of people clicking in to learn more about spiritual growth and human dignity. We'll look at some metrics in a minute. We have some reports that show what people have been looking at. Timely. Here are the reports. Okay, great. So the site traffic in the end of Q1, January, February, March, April, right? So March is the end of Q1. Being in April, we're looking back. This is our year-to-date traffic. We've had 2,600 people visit our site. We think that's pretty amazing. We've also been able to see some reports that demonstrate the thought leadership we've been able to create through the different pages. So here we can see that 4 people have done Pilates, 2 people have looked at all of our wellness conferences, the blog. That's awesome. 221 people have clicked on our link to, well, they've seen our link, and then we don't actually claim the clicks. So we give the clicks to the owners of the material as just part of how we honor artists from our site. So for example, on YouTube, there's the audiobook, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And 221 people throughout the world have chosen to be educated with this through our site. 184 people have chosen to read or to listen to the 4 Agreements audiobook. This is a big deal. It's part of our health and wellness campaign. And it looks like I switched the link over time. And it looks like actually we've had 300 people. That's very exciting to me. You know, I don't know who knows about this book, The 4 Agreements, but this is about a book about self-esteem. It helps people not focus on things that are outside of their control, but instead focus on agreements you make with yourself, like being honorable. So this is amazing. I feel like these are 300 people that were looking for a lifeline, looking for a way to feel better, and found it here at Better Planet. That's our purpose. That's the thought leadership we're trying to push forward. Thrilled. So that's what this report told us. And there's plenty more metrics that I can dig up. If anybody's interested in seeing more details about these items, let me know. Additionally, we can see just a few of the countries. So at the end of last year, I counted 52 countries. I meant to do that recount for today. I'll do that for next time. Actually, I'll include that in our meeting notes. But here you can see 1,637 people were from the United States, but 268 from India, 182 from Canada, 111 from Germany, 92 from Russia. This is us promoting peace. This is us creating a different global conversation. This is us living our mission. You know, continued, we saw 43 people from the Philippines, 32 from France. And this is all just year to date. So from January 1st, this quarter, we see Australia coming in, Bangladesh, China, Hong Kong, Pakistan. Super cool, really excited. Sweden, Aruba, Malaysia, Nigeria, Argentina, Belgium. So really excited to share out this site traffic. All right, now let's focus in on the sales. Now, sales is something that as our team's product manager, management, really the product managers, manager, that's me. I need to focus on sales, and I do that in order to help increase our bottom line. And all of our product managers focus on this revenue piece. It's difficult because really our value is coming in the thought leadership. However, our ability to stay afloat for a very long time is reflective here in this revenue. So we're excited that we've brought in almost $500 in sales so far this year. If we wanted to look at the detail, we can see that the Terry Love bucket hat had 3 sales with a total revenue of $297. And we saw that we had 1 purchase of the of the Peace Love hoodie for $185. These other 2, these are mainly tests from me. I need to admit this coach check-in. I do have a coach who is using this in a demo way. So I am paying this so I can make sure that it processes correctly. As well as this members only gratitude package. So these are really tests, but still captured here in the metrics. In terms of engagement, we can see that 241 people have come to the products we offer page. 33 people are interested in how we work. And let's see if I can get this little thing that's in my way to get out of my way. 29 people coming to the Go Shopping. So we see a lot of traffic from these based on social media posts, based on these types of events. So these are ways where we can learn how to better engage our audience. Here in the top, you can see, right, it goes from products we offer, how we work, let's go shopping, about our organization, our blog, our board meeting, our board member home, and our mission. So we can see how those metrics show up. Let's see what else we've got to show out today. So I wanted to show a quick highlight of how our orders flow. I thought it was important just for our board members to understand how much we're paying the print factory. And I bring that up because over time, we'll probably find different vendors to provide these services and different ways to accept payments and inventory. I know that Karen has opportunities to support additional transaction flows with other types of merchandise. So we definitely think about this. Here's an example of order number 28 specifically. This is when we sold the 3 pink Terry Love bucket hats. And you can see that, get this little thing again out of the way. You can see how much it cost and the price that we paid the ship factory. We only paid $56. So the fact that we were able to charge $337 is awesome. And that money is able to support our company. Looking at it a little further, this is what the print factory ends up telling me, that I made a profit of $272 for our team. However, when we look at this, let's really look at the balance sheet for a second. So the revenue from the store with $337.21, but then the expenses, we paid the factory $64.84, but then we also need to pay the state of California $28.21. So even though we are a nonprofit, that does not exclude us from sales and use tax. So our profit was really $244.16, which was 72%. So I think still very excellent. Something to notice though, these are our higher price point items. So moving forward, going into another report is our committee reports. So we have one committee report right now, and it is for the Pride Parade. So I wanted to let everyone know our accomplishment, which was we secured the parade float. We paid for registration. We applied for an invitation to the Pride Parade, and we were accepted. And then the next accomplishment, I am hoping that folks will be interested in attending a bi-weekly meeting, every other week, starting April 15th. So super excited to figure out how we want to decorate the float, what kind of things we want to buy. We're not allowed to throw things. We can only give things. So we'll talk about all those things at the committee meetings. So kind of bringing us to some of our last steps of this meeting, we wanted to improve attendance. I will say we did, so that's awesome. You might say, wow, Nicole, there's only 4 people in this meeting. Well, last time, I think there was actually only 1. So it seems like perhaps a 300% improvement, but all the board members will be watching this recording. In terms of action items, we completed these last time. So I wanted to just let you know that I did send out meeting invites for the committee meetings that we had, and I will send those out then for the committee meetings that are coming next. And I have finished onboarding 2 new product leaders. One of them is a volunteer, and he'll be starting more work with us in the summer. He helped us a little bit over Christmas and kind of needed to take a break back to school. And then we've also had, I think he was the most recent Yes, and then prior to that were our existing volunteers. So I'm going to go ahead. I know that's been a lot of talking from me. So I'd like to go ahead and ask if anybody has any questions or any feedback. And then I'll move and just touch on the appendix, but then we'll be close to the end.
Well, Nicole, I have a question. Do
Yeah.
you do any advertising?
That's a really great question. So yes, we do. And we do advertising in social media and in LinkedIn, but mostly for our products, it's in social media. Like you can go to, I'm going to share it right now. Show you. So we have our BetterPlanet Instagram and our BetterPlanet Facebook. They're connected. And you can see the last thing that we posted. Well, I actually had thought something else had posted. Good question. Let me show you this one in Facebook because this is our best one so far. Let's see. Let's see if I can find. So here you can see on April 6th, we advertised our board meeting. Prior to that, we had been advertising our gratitude product. Let's see if it'll show us what it's doing here. Should have some music.
Thank you strengthens bonds. But in life's rush, we often forget to pause, to appreciate. Gratitude is action, recognizing the good in ourselves and others. It bridges hearts, harmonizes relationships. Take a moment, breathe in gratitude, breathe out love. Watch your world, your connections, flourish in this dance of appreciation. Simple yet profound. The power of gratitude, the art of presence.
Thank you for asking, Frank. Yes. And we need to do more and more of this, right? We need to do these for our blogs. We need to do these not only for our merchandise, but for the thought leadership that we want to bring forward. I'm grateful you asked that question. Thank you.
So I have a follow-up.
Yeah.
What is the advertising budget?
Well, nothing. my time. But we have made a little bit of profit so far. So maybe this year we'll be able to buy some more things. I think at this point, coming back to our slide of where we're at with, our balance sheet. So I think perhaps I didn't finish all of, let's see. We had sales, 491, product detail, engagement, the balance sheet. I'm so happy we came back here. So here we can see that of the store, we have that 386.59. Then I've made a donation of $600 to cover the site. And then we have the Pride float was $100. So we paid for that $100, Frank, out of our revenue. And now we're at 286.59. Go us.
But doesn't Insta scam? I'm sorry, Insta spam, Insta cam. What is it called? I'm sorry, Insta something or other.
Correct. It doesn't, we haven't gotten to a monetization with any of those social medias, Frank, but YouTube will pay for hits. Unfortunately, we give credit to folks that create their own content. So they're getting all the hits from all of that YouTube interaction from Pick a Channel. But for any YouTubes that we create, we will get a hit. Like, so for example, you have some YouTubes, Frank, and you would get credit for that. So we're not seeing a monetization from that. But we could from Instagram or Facebook. Great question.
But don't they charge? This is what I'm confused. Don't they charge for you to advertise on their websites?
They do not charge for us to post things. So we can post reels, we can post stories, we can take advantage of social media for free with all the other folks that post stuff. But it's a highly competitive space, and I'm not seeing a million hits yet, but I'm working on it. Did I miss your question?
Yeah, no, it answers my
Okay.
question. I apologize because I basically I don't do Titter or Faceplant or Instascam. I just stay away from those places. But
Me too. Me too. I had always really never done any of that, Frank, because I never believed in using people's sentiments to make them buy things. However, when we're able to do that to make the planet better, that's been an opportunity for me to learn more about all the Insta scams and all the, you know, what do we have for Facebook? What do we say for Facebook, Frank?
Faceplant or Farcebook or Fleecebook.
You're my favorite teacher, Frank. Any
And
other follow-ups, Frank?
I refuse to call it X. I'm calling it Titter or Bitter.
Well, just to be mindful, this is a board meeting, so I won't be using any of those words. But you can. Any other follow-ups, Frank? Great questions. We're trying to get to a better space in the monetization where we're seeing more cash flow. That is for sure. Thank you for asking.
Well, have you considered paying for advertising from these it's expensive, isn't it?
What I'm thinking of doing, so I've thought of a lot of things that I want to buy for BetterPlanet, Frank. So many things. Right now, though, my budget is really limited to the $600 so far this quarter, right? Because it's about $100 a month to host the website. So that's what my family donates to BetterPlanet. And then I think that from a wish list perspective, I've been considering adding a wish list to BetterPlanet to the donations section, Frank, to perhaps maybe let people choose specific things that they want to donate. For example, we have some ideas for like an eco-friendly retreat land, and that's outside of my budget. So we've thought about putting that as a wish list. So maybe adding advertising into our budget as a wish list item is a great idea. I appreciate that feedback. Let's do it.
I have a question.
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
Karen, hi.
Can you hear? Hi. I could not figure out how to talk on this.
No worries.
So first of all, the money that we get from sales, I didn't see any donation in that profit that we were getting. Isn't there a donation that goes to the charity of the person's choice when they purchase something?
Great call out. Great call out, Karen. I think that was a miss here. So with this revenue here, we should have had a line in here because, and the reason I mean, this is not an excuse, but I'll tell you the reason why it was a miss. The donation for that purchase was to BetterPlanet. So
Okay.
to your point, no, good point though. We should have divided this out and put that donation that they received it. And that would have been then part of this 286 bottom line. Good point.
Yeah, because the point of selling our stuff, it's not a selfish profit. It's so people can buy something cool and then donate to help the world, with the organization of their choice that we provide. But along that line, can we have a separate just donation area? Would that be able to pop up somewhere? Because some people feel like just giving someday, or they don't know, how to do better in the world, and they feel like giving $5 or giving $10 could maybe make them feel better. Can we just have a general donation area where people could
I
donate if they want to?
love that idea. So I'm going to take that into our next action items.
Because there's companies that are not as, don't have as good intentions as we do, that are out there getting donations all the time. We actually have some good intentions here.
And have given a donation to Hawaii Strong, and could have been publicizing that better. Good call.
Well, all of us can advertise if we go on these social medias. I, have also refrained from going on them as much. I'm just not as interested anymore. But every time I post, or every time I order something or see a cool Better Planet thing, I should share and I should post, my own little bit of advertising, because then we all reach our own friends and they reach friends, and, we get free advertising there.
Absolutely. And that was one of our main focuses for the right now, is to add more posts. And I know that wasn't very clear, so I'm grateful that you're bringing this up.
I know, but all the posts, I know they lay on your shoulders. I need to help out with that a bit.
No, it's really, I appreciate knowing it, because when we have our action items, we can work towards it. So publicize donations on the main page, add wish lists for donations specific to what we need, like advertising. And to Frank's point, we could pay Facebook for advertising, and they would boost our posts more. The problem is I think we have more work to do with like our product line. So we haven't seen enough responses. Even when we see people looking at the products, they don't seem to be buying them. So there's more work there.
And
anyway.
if we hustle and get enough followers on Instagram, they start paying you, but you need to get 50,000 followers or 100,000 followers. But we could, if you tell everybody to follow Better Planet Co-op, and we, somehow reach 50 or 100,000 followers, we start getting, ads and money from them.
Thank you, Karen. That's why you're a director here with me. Thank you. No, to Frank's question, right? Like, how can we, he was saying, don't we have to pay them? But then really, how can we get them to pay us? Very good.
So
Karen,
my next,
else?
My other stuff is just about, excited for the float and working on that with you. So I'll just, jump into the committee meetings there when those are scheduled.
Awesome.
Yay.
Yeah, yay. Cool.
And if you could, if we could find some cheap sort of I believe in sort of guerrilla marketing as well. And, people stick stickers. You see those graffiti walls everywhere. You see telephone poles. You see, lamp posts with people's stickers. If we could get some Better Planet stickers and just kind of have them, because then people kind of start saying, what's that? Well, I like that logo. Let me look at that. What is that? And you put the website on there and they just see it on a wall and they go to it.
Been thinking a lot about stickers. I'm so happy you brought that up. I've added it to the to-do list. I think we have enough money to buy stickers now, to your point. Yeah.
Good.
Awesome.
Free advertising, but we have to be careful because we can't really, litter the world with our stickers. So we have to be careful where we place them, or even ask businesses if they would permit us to put one in the window or something like that. We can definitely hand them out off the float.
Awesome ideas. And Karen, are you still interested in, or do you still think patches are popular for our bucket hats?
Oh yeah. Well, patches are popular for anything. People collect patches to put on sweatshirts that they already have, or a backpack, or, a jean jacket. So if you could if we could offer a product with patches, but also sell the patch by itself for like $9, or $10, people might buy extra patches.
I think we also might be ready to do a bulk bucket hat buy. So maybe we can put some dollars around that and see how much of a donation or investment we would need to buy bucket hats. I know that we're only spending $19 for them, but I've seen them as cheap as $3. And that could help us in any brick and mortar activities. Because I think that once we start moving into, and I'm going to just bring us up to the roadmap real quick. Once we start seeing our future with the brick and mortar sales, we're definitely not going to want to pay the premium for the physical factory. It won't be necessary for us either, right? So yes, Karen, that's when we can consider how we want to store the goods and how we want to ship them, and how much money it costs us to ship them. Perhaps we just bake that into our different shipping methods. So yeah, more to come. Super exciting.
We'll talk more on that. Okay.
All right, great. Anybody else have anything? All right, well, I think this was an extremely successful event. I appreciate everyone's attendance so much. This meeting recording will be posted to the website, and meeting minutes will also be distributed. So if nobody has any other questions, I'll just thank everyone for coming and let you know that you'll expect another quarterly board meeting after the next quarter. Thanks, everyone. Appreciated your
Thank you,
time
Nicole. Well
Happy
done.
Happy
Thank
Sunday.
you.
Thank you.
Happy Sunday, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. There you are. I made it. I
Okay, I'm
made
gonna
it.
click. I think I stopped the recording, but I can't remember, so I'm just gonna end the meeting.